Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Hello. Welcome back. And that's about all you hear me say about that. Yeah. Got some COVID plays for you, mate. No. Listen, to be honest, I was in the middle of deciding whether or not you guys would see me today. Um, but not so much as that's about COVID as it is about these markets today, because obviously we've got US public holiday. Not going to see any action this afternoon, so not going to be focusing on US markets. So really, it's just going to be a session on the FX and commodity spaces primarily. Have a little look around, see if there's anything that can be immediately added to our order books, and if not, then I'll be heading off. So it's going to be a short one, guys. Look, not going to, no point bullshitting around. It's going to be a short one. It's going to be concise. We're going to have a look to see if there's any potential opportunities we can get our teeth stuck into in the short term, and then I'm going to be getting going. Hey, Matthew, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Good afternoon, James, as well. Good to see you, man. Okay, so let's have a look. So, ultimately, nothing to be said about oil at the moment. Gold. That was the short from last week. Now, what a beautiful play, right? What a really nice move. The only problem is we didn't get involved because it didn't come back up to our sell side area. So once we broke through structure, we were looking at the push back into this area, then the push through. That was the play. And really nice play. It just so happens that it did not follow all of the necessary trading parameters, and so we didn't get involved. Now, looking at where gold is at the moment, I mean, there's not much to really say about it, right? Looking down here, we've got this area of liquidity, without a shadow of a doubt, but, and it's a big one, path of least resistance to the upside is completely blocked. I'm not interested in shorting gold at this stage because we are moving away from a potentially high risk area of liquidity down here. And so therefore we're a rock and a hard place. So frankly, there's nothing there for me in gold either. So you know what I'm going to do? I've been after for a while is actually adding in some more assets. So what I want to add in is where the rice grains. I can't remember what the thing is now. ETF. It's got that volts thing. I can't remember the name now. I'll have to do that off screen. That's fine. I'll find the asset. Gilts as well as being added. Water. Don't know if I'm going to trade water. Corn. CFDs. That's getting in there. Definitely. I'm putting some new stuff in the fund. It's time. It is definitely time. I want to add in some more CAD stuff as well. Right. CAD, yeah. That's going in. What else do we need? We need NZD CAD. Do we already have NZD CAD? No. NZD CAD. That'll do on that front. I'm happy with the euros at the moment. I want to add in the pound. And I want to add it in against the Swiss. There we go. Or I also want to do pound against, where are you? Dun, 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 dun. CAD. Right in front of me. There we go. Pound CAD. We've got the NZD CAD. I also want to add in the NZD against the Swiss. And then for the dollar, I want to be trading against the Sing, and I also against the Chinese yuan. Okay, so I'll put these up here. All right. Okay. Good. Oh, I also want to add in silver into the equation. Okay. All right. So let's get a little view now. So Aussie CAD. Little beauty that you are. Still very much trading within this price equilibrium state at the moment. Range in volatile market state structure. Not too bad at all. No trading opportunity as of yet. And the reason being is because we're right bang in the median of the range. Okay, so that's what it is. Waiting for the market to come up to either the high or the low. Excuse me. And then we can look at taking either our shorts or our longs from here. As it stands right now, obviously there's not much in there to be talking about. Aussie against the yen. Absolutely firing off at the moment. Big spot of liquidity in the market right about there. We've got a BCR of it, which is great. Next point of liquidity is here. So what we can see here is a trading opportunity. Okay, we've got a break of structure. We've even got a BCR of that, frankly. So it's going to be a little bit annoying now because we're already pulling back. It's not an instant market order, so we'll have to wait for a break of structure above this. So then when we get the BOS above there, pending order, target profit in 99.97. I mean, to be honest, guys, it's going to the round number 100. But let's just play it by the rules. 99.97. Target stop loss is going to be down here at around 99.50. The reason 99.50 is because we've got two areas in here which are going to come in handy. So that's the trade idea in the Aussie yen. Lock that down. Decent order. 0.25. Aussie NZD. Aussie NZD. No can do at the moment. Spot there. We're in cash neutrality at the moment. Cash rich up at around 108.97. frankly, we got this area right down here as well. That's the midpoint of the M reversal and also the bottom of the range that we used to be trading in. So no trading opportunities here. We'll revisit this one tomorrow. Aussie dollar. No. CAD Swiss. There is this. I mean, it doesn't look too pretty, but that's a big level. So if we do get the break above this one, and this will be a 15-minute BCR team, okay? There's no cutting the corners on this one. It's a 15-minute BCR, and that's that. So if we do get the 15-minute BCR above here, then we've got a decent trading opportunity. Remember, no BOS available. We're looking for that break close retest. As soon as the retest takes place, you then have the power to add your order to the market, but only after the retest. So just to make this clear, we break out, we retest, and then you can add in your pending order. Only then. And that's looking at a 1 to 2.56 approximately. So that's not bad. Now we can look at a rejection trade from this area as well in the CAD Swiss. The only problem I foresee is that we do have some technical risk factors at play. The major area of liquidity for the target profit would be here for the short, which is quite nice. That's quite clean. No ambiguity there. And based on these waves, not bad at all. But we do have a technical risk factor. The TRF stands here. Okay? So that is our TRF. Come on, trade and view, pick up the steam. There we go. TRF. Okay, so what we're going to be looking for here, break a structure entry, no BCR required, rejection of this area, that's the good one. The structural point for the breakout, very difficult, incredibly difficult, because unfortunately, the first structural point that we have in our way at the moment is here. That would be your break of structure area. Unfortunately, guys, that is pretty damn close to the TRF. So what we would be hoping for is the market to first come up to this area, push into liquidity here, form a structural point, probably here, for example, and then go down. So then our entry for this trade becomes that BOS there. That would be the BOS. So then our target profit would be down at 62.95, and we would have the stop loss at around maybe, 63.11 for example, and then this would end up being the trade idea. Now, you do have the capacity to trade between these areas, okay? You can, because a TRF is not a block, it's not a barrier to entry, right? At the end of the day, we're trading away from big liquidity and we're trading down to this one. This is representative of the median / kind of median of the range at the moment. But if we have the top side of the zone and the bottom side of the zone, either side of the TRF, which is really what you should be doing in good practice, that entry is, it's ridiculously close. We're basically entering the trade into the median. It's in the upper half of the range, definitely, but only just. So after the review of that, and based on what we want to be looking at from this high, this is the trade idea available for the CAD Swiss. But again, using the path to articulate this nice and easy, we want to be seeing the push up and then down through this area here, which will then be representative of the breaker structure for your entry for the short. Now I know this one is not actually straightforward, this could be a little bit tricky, so just take your time with it, understand why I'm suggesting what I'm suggesting here. CAD yen. Really nice Yeah, really nice trending market at the moment. Beautiful range that's been going on here recently. We've got liquidity, major inflection point is there. Now, if I want to have that like that, which is going to be advisable, then we're actually only just coming to the breakout now. The next point of liquidity up from here is there. That's the next previous major inflection point. That is pretty close, but I don't think too close for the trade. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we need to see some contraction. If we come down just a touch. Yeah, I tell you what, guys. I hope you're firing on all cylinders today. I do actually like that CAD yen trade. That's not too bad. A little 16 pipper. That's not too bad. It's just that entry, isn't it? It's just that entry. No way I want to be getting into it now, of course. If we come down, you could use a 1 minute chart, to be honest, to get in there adequately. Yeah, I quite like this little CAD yen long. So I'm going to be riding on the fact that we're going to come back down for a price action pullback to liquidity in this 1 minute time frame. And then as soon as we break the structural point, I'm then going to be looking to get going. So let's say that structural breakout is here. I'm going to look for the market to come down, come back up, and then I'm going to get into the trade. Probably at the moment looking at this one being about a 1 to 2. Don't ignore the 1 to 2.4 on there at the moment. I realistically don't think that's going to be the case. It depends all about where that breaker structure is going to be. But if we do get the push back down into liquidity here and then take off via the BOS, that's going to be a good one as well. Lots of BCRs this morning. Lots of BCRs. Gonna be a day of having to be at the charts, I think, today. Euro Oz, obviously nothing on that one, team. That one's been a right pain in my bottom. We've been here for a while now. We actually had a really good run to the downside. The 162.60, hair's breadth away from target, right the way back up to entry, 50% of target, and now we're kind of at about that 35% of the target area. Really, really annoying in a sense of my money's kind of sat in the market not doing much rather than working for me. That's the only reason. I intended this one to be over and done with within the space of a day, and it's now been Monday. It's now been Thursday, Friday, and the majority of Monday today. It won't be completed, I don't think, by the end of today either. So we're now looking at sort of best part of a 4-day trade idea, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Euro yen. Yeah, really nice rally recently, but to be honest with you, I'm not too interested in where it is at the moment. I will be soon, but I'm happy with my CAD yen, so I'm going to leave the Euro yen. Euro NZD. That, frankly, was really nice. I should have been on that. Should have been on that one. Great breaker structure, positive and balanced price confirmed. And that was at 8 o'clock this morning. Yeah, so... this is what being under the weather does. It's annoying. Makes you slow. Well, that was a really nice little breakout trade. It's kind of trading in the middle here at the moment. Dead space. Wait for the next criteria to line up for us. The next BCR or BOS even in this stance is going to be at above this area here. Probably around 178.23. We'll be looking to take a long up to this area here. Very, very nice, very concise trading margins here. Don't really have to think about much, to be honest. It's just getting it done. So little BOS, and then we go straight up to 178.60. and I'll be looking to trade the margin here. And then after that, I mean, frankly, we got to run straight the way up to around 179.50. So that one could be good as well. So nothing really to be said and done on this one at the moment. I tell you what is possible. If the market decides to dip back down and we go for a retest of this area, then I will be taking that trade instead. So let's just line this up so we're absolutely clear. We can put an alert in at 177.32. We can target that area with a breaker structure stop loss like this, for example. A 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 2.2 or whatever it is. So that's a decent trade idea there. If we do continue to power up and we get the break of structure through 178.20, then it is just going to simply be a very nice easy case of triggering the trade, target profit, stop loss just below, and that's showing us at a 1 to 1.4, so we can put that in the bin, and this whole thing is a waste of time. There you go. So don't bother trading the long, guys. The only trade idea in the Euro NZD so far, this one here, pull back down, 177.33, get a retest of anywhere around this area. The major structural point here is this. So we see all these highs along here. This is a nice order block. On a 15-minute time frame, it's a range. If you go to the daily time frame, maybe the 4 hour, to be honest with you. Yeah, 4 hour. 4 hours, a really nice little block in there. Okay, so we've got a nice sort of accumulation. We've come down, distribution, order block formed, lots and lots of orders entering the market at a point of liquidity. Really nice breaker structure, confirms the block. Now we're waiting for a retest of that block head so that we can get the move back up here. That'd be the trading plan. Euro dollar, no thank you. Pound CAD. Nice little bearish wave at the moment. Possible bear flag in the trend. Possible. Yeah, I mean that's not bad. That's actually not too bad at all. Really nice wave up. Flag. Now we're looking for this to be broken. So as soon as we get a breakout at the top of the flag, let's say for example we get a breakout at this area here, that's going to be the really nice sort of area for you guys to watch out for. For those of you who are not sort of maybe vastly attuned to looking at the sort of breaker structures on flags and pennants and stuff, that's the area you want to get a breakout of. So if price action breaks through 177.65, then we start to get the rally, and then we can start to look at the rally back up to the previous high. And we'll be looking for that move to take us right the way back up to the most prominent point, which is around that 178.50 level. That's a nice trade idea. This will be a 15-minute BCR trade. Again, no breaker structure, okay? Sorry to give you a lot more work today. But that's where we are. So nice little 1 to 2 there. Pound Swiss, at this stage, no thank you. Pound yen. Pound yen would have been absolutely insane for that breakout, quite honestly. Unfortunately, it's already gone and left us at the station. We've got this point across here. Next point up is about there. About there. That's a big margin of trade. Incredibly large margin of trade. We have a technical risk factor, which is somewhere about there. So you could possibly wait for this to be cleared. I mean, honestly, this is a trade that's not going to be done over the course of a couple of days. You probably take a few days to get up there. I mean, look at the Euro Oz. That was supposed to be a 1 day completion, and now we're on day 3. So yeah, but I think 15-minute BCR again. Yeah, this is a BCR trade as well, guys. I don't know what's going on. To be fair, we've had weeks and weeks of BOS trades, so yeah, it's just the nature of it, just the nature of the game. But yeah, that's a BCR trade. I want to pay respect to this area here, and this is a big corrective, right? Really big. So definitely not going to play around with the BOS on this area at the moment. Cable. possible trade in that one as well. I don't know how many trades I want to get pushing out here. There's quite a lot. I'll give you guys quite a lot of work to do. I don't want to flood you with things to focus on too much at this stage. At the week, we've got a long way to go. Descending level, not really the margin of the trade before it, so therefore I'll be staying out until we get the breakout above. The breakout above is probably going to be at this area in here. Yeah, so that would be the breakout above. Breaker structure above this area. You got a technical risk factor 132. We clear 132. We have a clean shot about 30 pips up to 127 and above to 132 is 60. NZD CAD, no. NZD Swiss, no. NZD JPY, possibility. We've got a few yen stuff in already, don't we? So we've got liquidity above price here. And we have a really nice clean stretch, apart from one TRF to deal with, up to 92.50. Very, very nice trade idea. TRF sits here. Okay, so that's your TRF, 91.88. But again, really, really nice trade idea. Great trend continuation play. Entry barrier to this one, BCR, guys. BCR entry barrier. I don't know if this is more the way I'm feeling at the moment or the actual setup, so I don't know which one it is. More so. There's been some good breaker structure ideas up until this point, but this is the most recent major inflection point we've had. So it needs to get paid the necessary respect. There's no doubt about it. All these shorts on every single asset that I've given you here, the shorts play, the short side are all BOS. Yeah, every single one of them has a BOS short play. Every single one. And so, for example, you want to take a short to break a structure through this area and it's down to that area there. Okay, and then there's a play like this on almost every single asset I've given you. So break a structure entry. Target, going to be the belly of that one there. Stop loss, obviously, 50% point between the two zones, 1 to 2 risk reward. Yeah, and that's a perfectly good trade idea. That is not cutting any of the process. It's a good trade, and almost all of them have one. I will be putting alerts in both sides of the market, FYI. So if there is a short play to be had in any of these potential longs based on the same criteria as I've just given you for this NZD JPY, then that will be going in. I'm not just a bull trader today for some reason. There is a trade there. NZD dollar. No, thank you. Well, to be fair, actually, I mean, this one's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, there's possibility. There's potential in that one. We've got a BCR that area in there at the moment. We've got the floor of the market in here. We've got a decent trading margin. You've got a TRF right in the middle. Perfectly normal, perfectly standardized trading margin that we usually look at together. Yeah. I don't really like the NZD USD because of the price format, the action format that we've seen. It's not been too consistent. The breaker structure entry for this one would be very low. It would be pushing into our profit margins quite significantly. So I'm not going to add this to the fund, guys. A bit of analysis there to sort of consider a trade, but I'm not going to be taking this one myself. Okay, USD CAD. No chance. Although, what I will say, I don't know if you guys saw this last week, the USD CAD short, look at that. I mean, it was ridiculously good. It really was. Came down, literally the space of about 3 minutes. We got this breakdown into this area here. Then we got the long on the way back. It was really good, really good. USD China. I know you guys are really going to be sweating now. He's got the China back. Yeah, I certainly do. USD China. To be honest with you, this was always one of my favourite FX pairs, and it hasn't changed. It really hasn't. I mean, we've had some chop up and around these areas here, but in general, still showing so much consistency. Really good stuff. This 15-minute time frame, as of late, has showed some pretty wild swings. Not too bad at all. We've got a really nice BCR now, completed this area liquidity here. Now we've got to decide whether or not it's going to break out long or break out short, but this does present two individual trading opportunities, right? So we've got this area in here coming down for a potential TP, which is quite nice. So then we're looking at a potential breaker structure trade between this area here and then the white line above. So that's one trade. Please do check out the spreads. I actually remember that a lot of the retail brokers did not rip you off with the spreads for the USD China before. Hopefully that's still the case. I do also know that if you're a prop firm trader, USD China is one of the tradable assets on most of them, which is another thing. So there shouldn't be too many excuses not to trade, but you will have to check out your own trading parameters, of course. Can't speak for everyone. So we do have the long here at 1 to 2.3. That's a really nice trade. And the short play is a little bit more, slightly more effort, I suppose. We've got this area in here, a wider breaker structure area. Yeah, I mean, in fact, it's actually... Yeah, the short is definitely more tricky. You've got a target profit here, but you have a TRF right slap bang in the middle, and the problem is with this TRF is it's actually the beginning of a major inflection point here. So I think I would probably, in the sense of finding the most prominent levels of liquidity, that would be the trade. So then let's thin this out a little bit. This then becomes the breaker structure entry area. Your TRF sits about there, and that's your target profit. So that is your short play. Yeah, that's the one. So short the USD China there, long the USD China there. USD Yen. No, not at this stage. USD Sing. No. No, we got wild or clear either margin for that side, so no, nothing in that one either. And that's pretty much it, team. And we'll have a day of this. So I'm not even going to bother the US markets. The US markets are your playground today, and I would highly recommend you stay away. That's what I'd say about that one. You can trade natural gas now. Good man. Excellent. How the bloody hell would you trade water? What fundamentals be involved in that? What about some Swiss? A lot of fundamentals in water, mate. A lot of fundamentals in water. Trading into liquidity is not my kind of trade. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap things up there then, I suppose. So yeah, listen, I hope you guys have a good one today. Good luck out there. I mean, frankly, you've got a lot to be getting on with. There's a lot of things to watch out for. A lot of BCR requirements. So it's probably going to take some screen time. But you know, get your alerts set up, get them in place. Make sure that you've got your awareness in check of the markets, your spatial awareness. And let's go get it done. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow feeling a little bit better, we can tackle our stocks, our beloved stock markets. Alright guys, so have a good one. Take care of yourselves out there. Look forward to catching up with you later. And I'll see you then. Cheers guys. Bye bye.